important decisions that are going to affect people in the big majority, I would say. People, services, because the number 6 is about services to others. Hello Tarot lovers, this is Maje, this is your Tarotpolitan community host, and we are looking today specific to Trump big and beautiful bill. We also will look at the administration cabinet, how much support or opposition Trump is having, but we first gonna focus on this big and beautiful bill because it's got a lot of controversy. So let's start by shuffling the cards. This bill has passed 51-50, so it's a 50-50 kind of thing in the House of Representatives. It doesn't have full support. How those tax cuts are going to affect people? Normal people, poor people, and the mega rich. The military budget, what is happening with the military budget? Will it affect national debt? How will it affect the military budget? Because you guys know if they put money just for wars, they don't want to have money for hospitals or education or housing or anything like that. The other question is, will it affect national debt? Will there be more inflation? Because that could be a problem, and it's been a problem in USA for quite a while now. Then we will look at the trade deals in that bill. What is happening with trade? And we also look at the controversy and opposition. Elon Musk, how much support he got in his administrative cabinet, in the Republican Party, how much support or opposition Trump is having. Now, without asking questions, the opening. What's happening in the opening? The Eight of Swords, the Justice, and the Star. We have the Justice in the past, the Eight of Swords in the present, and the Star in the future. But it's going to be adjusted. The Star implies a wishful thinking, something that is hopeful. It looks positive for the bill in the future, but it could also mean that they have to adjust it. Many people are scared of this bill, the Eight of Swords. Many people are petrified of this bill. And then the Justice could pass, but we're gonna ask that. So far, what I have is the bill. Many people are afraid, scared of that bill, and things are still. The total here is the Justice here is in the number 8 with the Marseille Tarot. So 8 and 8. Here we have a double 8 is 16, the Tower, and then the Star. That's why I'm saying that it will have to be modified. There is things that it have to change. There is modifications, and then 17 is 8. So in reality here we have a triple 8. What is 24? What is 6? The Lovers. This is definitely affecting people. The Lovers represent the people, the big majority of the people. This card, the Lovers, is definitely significant for this reading. Important decisions that are going to affect people in the big majority, I would say. People, services, because the number 6 is about services to others, connecting with others, is definitely going to have an impact. Okay, now that we have had a look at the opening, let's go for the first question, which is, let's see, how it will affect to the tax cuts. Okay, if it passes, it will be criticized, that's for sure. We have the Three of Cups, the Hierophant, and the Knight of Swords. If it passes, and 7 and 3 and 5 is 15, the Devil. If it passes, even if they mend it, even if they change it, even if they do anything with it, it's going to be highly criticized, especially with the tax cuts. Obviously, we all know the tax cuts for that bill benefit the mega rich and very little to the common people, very little to the normal people. So how it will affect the bar tips? How will affect those tips? 6, 10, 12. Okay, for the bar people who depend on those tips to not pay tax on them, it will pass through, but it's a very slow process. It's not going to pass through straight away. Or they may do a tester for some time, but things will change at some point. We have the 2, the 4, and the 6, is 12 is the hang one. Things upside down or things that they are hold on or retain. If there is a tax cut on tips, it will be like a very slow process, or they will say we're gonna do this cut and then they do less. But I think something people will receive because the Six of Cups is there. Something will be done about it, but very complicated, I would say. Then with car loans, what is gonna happen with that tax? The Moon, the Ten of Swords, the Eight of Pentacles, and the total is the Hermit, the number 9. Again, with the car loan taxes, I think this is, the Ten of Swords is there, so this is definitely being affecting people because, you know, in USA, you need a car. There is hardly much public transportation. People really need a car. This is being really destroying people's lives, not being able to afford a car and all these things. And yes, there will be they want to put money on the car industry, but again, I see things very slow and maybe not as clear or with a clear outcome. Or maybe they say one thing, but it's another, in reality is another thing. Then, how these tax cuts will affect normal people. 3 major arcana. The Lovers, this is the people, the Judgment, and the Chariot. And the total number here, 27, 30, 33, 6, the Lovers, the people. I'm going to say that when this bill has passed and people start to realize how it's affecting them compared to other people, because this is the military. The Chariot normally represents the military, or it can represent war as well. It can represent victories, or it can represent the show off. It's a symbol. So I think people are going to analyze that bill thoroughly. And what they're gonna realize that, yeah, there is some tax cut, but the expanding is going into the military. And this is another question that we have. But I would say that people are gonna get together. The Judgment here could be demonstrations, could be people waking up, a rude awakening. It could be people demonstrating for sure. I don't think people will be happy, especially the military. How will affect the mega rich people? 8 of Swords. Okay, the mega rich and the people who got a lot of money, a lot of investments are very uncomfortable. Even that the tax cut fully benefit them, they are very uncomfortable. I think they can foresee that there could be problems in trade, with business, with investments. Because look, we have the Queen of Swords, we have the Queen of Pentacles, the 8 of Swords, and the 2 of Cups. So for them, these tax cuts for them are good, but they are very concerned that maybe these tax cuts will cause revolts, or because of the tax cuts there will be more inflation. It could affect business. They are worried about their own business for sure, but it will definitely benefit them. How this tax cut will affect poor people, the people who need social services. 10 of Wands, 3 of Swords, 9 of Pentacles. It's gonna affect them like really badly, and they are already, you know, I have seen, I don't know how it's in USA, but I have seen documented people working full-time and not having enough money to live, and have to live like bank life. So I would say the 3 of Swords and the 10 of Wands, people are already struggling. They are already questioning, how am I gonna make enough money? How am I gonna have enough money? Because it's all about the finance and the money. And how will affect overtime? Two fives, 3 fives, 5 of Swords, 5 of Cups, and 5 of Wands. Oh, people are really upset about this. I would say that something that was promised for overtime to cut taxes there, it will not happen. It will not happen. If the tax man was already, or the tax body was already taking so much money from overtime. People were already unhappy, but I don't see any benefits in the bill for them. I don't see, for people who do overtime, I don't see any benefit, and people are going to be very angry. Okay. Now, let's have a look at the military budget. How this bill will benefit the military budget. 7 of Wands, the Strength, and the 2 of Swords. You know, deep down, they know that the increase of the budget on military, it will affect people. It will not be well received. They know that, but they want to put it anyway. The strength is, you know, hands on the beast. They want to do it. They want to be strong. They want to be empowered. The military is, I think, is very central in this bill. And the Seven of Wands, the Seven of Wands is fire. They call it defense, but I seen it more like in a different way, but they see themselves as we have to become stronger and we have to defend ourselves. And they know the Two of Swords is in the future, and they know that people are not going to like this bill, especially on the military. It's too much money going there. It's unbelievable. If this happens, we will have more wars, for sure. We will have more wars. And the total here, 11, 7, and 2 is 20, the Judgment. And we already had a judgment before. People will be upset about this, especially the military budget and other things that affect daily life. Now, let's have a look at how this bill will affect the national debt. Very bad. The Devil, the Seven of Swords, Three of Wands in the future. So we have people were already skeptical before the bill took proper shape, or before the bill was in the House of the Representatives. People were already, or the big majority of people were already skeptical of this bill, especially on national debt. And when people realize what it is, that is definitely going to affect the national debt, people are going to be extremely angry. And I would say like they're gonna find ways to appease the anger. The Three of Wands is there next to the Devil. It's like they want to appease. Look at this, or look at here, or look at there. They will create problems somewhere else, so for people not to pay attention at what is happening with the national debt. How this bill will affect trade deals. Okay, we have an Eight of Wands. I think trade with the tariffs was already affected with the Eight of Wands, because the Eight of Wands is things that happen very quickly. It can indicate traveling, but in this case, I think it has affected people. It has pushed people in different directions, or not knowing what to do or what is happening. But this bill and trade, there is Three of Pentacles, and the Three of Pentacles represent negotiations. So there will be negotiations, and I have three major nations with whom USA will make trade. Obviously, it will be India, China, and another important nation, maybe EU or maybe somebody else. And the Six of Swords in the future. The sensation I get is that they have to negotiate and to push things forward, or to bring things forward, or to change the approach even after this bill is passed, whether pass Senate or not. It has to be changed, and the trade is one of the areas that it will have to change. I don't see what they are pushing forward, which negotiations are pushing forward. They're gonna have to change something there. And the total is 17, the Star. You know, things are a bit like cosmic, and cosmic doesn't help with trade. Inflation is another important question. Will it raise inflation? Okay, inflation, it has gone worse and worse and worse, because we have the Tower here. Many people have lost power of purchase. People have definitely lost power. People are very critical about inflation. They have seen that, you know, it's almost 9 months, 4 or 5 months since the Trump administration, and people are very critical. But they're gonna do something with inflation that it could be beneficial, especially if they change these trade deals or the tariffs. Something they're gonna have to change. I don't see, the more I look into it, I don't see the bill as successful as Trump is trying to put forward, or that the bill will be approved in the way they're trying to put forward. The military maybe, certain things maybe, but the trade, tariffs and things like that, some things are gonna have to change, because otherwise they don't wanna be able to satisfy the people. And the people are concerned already with the inflation, what is absolutely normal. Okay, the main opposition, I would say the more vocal opposition that Trump is having with this bill is Elon Musk. So what Elon Musk is gonna be doing? Wow, Elon Musk got the death in the future. And the sensation I get that they may shut him up somehow legally. Okay, there is hidden information. The information behind the veil that the popess or the high priestess is in charge. So this information, I think, I would say that Elon is gonna still threaten Trump about this bill, about national debt, about many things. I think he will still criticize him, but I have the death. So I have a huge change on Elon Musk opposition. 13, 14, 15, 16, the tower. Looking at this, he may got deported or expelled or something, or they shut him up somehow, or they, let's say they take him to court, or there is legal implications because of information or something. Then, Trump administration cabinet. How is the support for this bill? A lot of fire. 4 of Wands, 9 of Wands, King of Wands. Okay, Trump in his administration, he's having support. But I also people that they are like really tired, like almost like saying to Trump, yeah, it's good. I don't want problems, you know. So people are celebrating this. Other people, I would say like Trump in his administration got support. But also there is a good portion of the cabinet that they are very like, oh, this is too much. The Republican Party, how is the support or opposition from the Republican Party? 7 of Pentacles, the Justice, and the Page of Valet of Wands. Oh, the total is the number 15. He's still having support in the Republican Party, but because he got the number 15, 8 and 7 is 15, the devil, and here the Page of Wands, I think he's having a lot of support, but the sensation I have is people don't want to be publicly against Trump. Many people who are not happy about Trump, they don't go publicly. And I would say that there could be legal situation because the justice is there, new things that resurface, whether it's opposition or support in the Republican Party. Major things could happen that we don't know yet. And what is the public opinion about this bill? We have seen that they are very concerned. We have the Ace of Pentacles, the 8 of Cups, and the 6 of Wands. Okay, people are obviously concerned about financially. It's the main thing because people are working and the money is not coming home. They are very unhappy with the tax cuts for the rich. Very unhappy about that. And the 6 of Wands, this also could represent the militarily. I think people are very upset that the money is going here. And this is what they're gonna see. The increase on the militarily, I would say like it's unavoidable. How USA, whether one side or the other of the House of Representatives or the Senate or anywhere, they are very pro-war. They prefer to spend the money there, unfortunately. So my lovelies, tarot lovers, this is the reading for Trump and the big and beautiful bill. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below and I will do a reading as soon as possible. Just to let you know that I have opened a new account on TikTok so we can interact more with messages. So if you want to find me on TikTok, at Tarotpolitan, same name. Thank you very much for commenting, for liking, for subscribing, for being part of this tarot community. And I hope to see you soon, very soon, in the next video. Mwah!